here is our interesting and factual video on the Boston Massacre.
Hi, my name is Christopher Adams, and I'm here to tell you some facts about the Boston Massacre. The Boston Massacre occurred on March 5th, 1770. The British soldiers, aka the Redcoats, arrived in Boston 2 years earlier on September 28, 1768. The term Boston Massacre was coined by none other than the famous Samuel Adams. Two of the British troops who were participating in the Boston Massacre were found guilty of manslaughter. 12,000 Bostonians joined the funeral of those people in a symbolic trip to the Liberty Tree. The incident was followed by the Tea Act in 1773, which was also followed by the Boston Tea Party. Snow-covered rocks were thrown as the civilian lacked the weapons of the British military. It was a tragic incident, and despite the loss of innocent civilians, we appreciate their efforts, which were vital in the creation of our country.
Hello, my name is Alan Batista, and today I will be interviewing Mr. Henry Cruz, who was a survivor of the Boston Massacre. Hello, Mr. Cruz. Could you tell us about the events that happened on March 5th, 1770?
Yeah, so we were, me and my companions, we were just talking, and we heard some British soldiers, and they were talking mad shade about us, so we got up and we told them square up, and then we started throwing stuff at them, and then they said to stop or they were going to shoot us, so, you know, we're tough, so we started throwing stuff at them, and they just shot us, and I was just one of the guys that escaped.
Mr. Cruz, could you tell me about how many people were injured that day and how many people died?
Yeah, so 3 people died, and there were 2 that survived, but later on they died because they bled out, and I was just one of the ones that escaped.
Thank you for coming in.
I'm happy to be here.
Up next, we will be showing you some footage of real-life citizens that were at the scene when the Boston Massacre occurred. How do you feel about the Boston Massacre and what occurred from it?
I feel like it was very necessary.
So, sir, I would like to ask you about how you feel about the Boston Massacre and what happened.
Well, it was a lot of us, like 5 of them. And we was like, yo, let's go hit some people. But then they started shooting. I was like, oh, Jock, it's about to go down. And when they started shooting, everybody just went crazy and everything. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't really like them British people anyways. They always, all these acts and junk and all that mess. But, what had to be done had to be done. So, next time we'll have the guns. It'll be on the flip side, you know what I'm saying, bruh? You know what I'm saying?
I'm here interviewing a man who was part of the mob and was shot, and we'll see how he feels about it. So, sir, could you tell me how you feel about the Boston Massacre and what you did and why you did it?
I don't regret anything. I want freedom for colonies at all costs.
So we are here interviewing another person that was at the scene, and I would like to know how you feel about what happened, and yeah.
I'm just kind of in shock right now. I knew the Americans would revolt, but I didn't think it'd be in this big of a magnitude, and I honestly didn't think the British would shoot them on sight. So that's kind of disappointing.
Last, but certainly not least, here's our reenactment of the Boston Massacre.
You guys got in the paper today?
No, not yet.
You want to head down to the pub and get a glass of tea?
Sure, I could use some crumpets too as well.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys been staying in any Americans' houses?
I'm tired of all these darn taxes. No taxation without representation!
Yeah!
No taxation without representation!
Stop throwing stuff, we'll shoot!
Okay, we just feel.
I would like to give a big thank you to anyone that helps out with the video, whether it was acting as an extra or interviewing or just anything that helped us out. I would just like to thank you for that.